I gotta hop onto the Bob train, man. She is just absolutely such a safe pair of hands. Your favorite words. We're hopping right into this pistol. That Sage Wall is going to block off this entire entrance. Just a little bit of shanking going on to break that down. And this Cypher, Lauren, this Cypher pick is going to be everything for the defense of Cloud9.
I don't know how I feel about it yet, but Mel can make me a believer. Already going to get the first taking down Sonder, the tip of the spear that was hoping to dive in towards that site. Now, fortunately enough, though, at this point, exactly, they've kind of given up that site control to an extent. So it should be a spike plant, it should be a full-on retake. Now, we have noted previously that the retakes from Cloud9 have been off the charts, but Shopify Rebellion, a totally different side, but Alex is still going to make them look just like all the others. Good trade for Lorio towards stairs, and the pinch is perfect, though, from Cloud9. The push and the pull is great, but it's Benny, the experienced veteran of the side, and Jazzy just on the other side of this. Denial on the fuse, but it's just to extend the time for a couple of seconds. The retake is successful.
And you love to see it from Cloud9. You know, for a moment there, I mentioned there's no one in the site. None of the Cloud9 members are there. But then you got to remember, it's Cloud9 we're talking about. They love to put themselves in these scenarios. If they're able to slow down the round, calculate exactly which retake out of their fat strap book they want to hit, they're completely fine. And so even though Benita, you saw that little backup insurance plan, she had that late lurk towards that B main, but the rest of her squad, they got taken out.
And this is one thing, we are seeing a force up here, so I will keep that in mind because, I mean, they got the spike plant and a good couple of kills, so why not go for it? It does look as though Sonder wants to try and get in there early, but already you've got to have a couple of players posted up on this. They need some sort of springboard or something that's going to maybe spam this nice little pinch, this crossfire waiting towards A main, but that's already been held off, so now that surprise factor is really going to be all that shocking anymore. And we noted previously how deadly this little combination on that A site is. And again, wall in place, so no worries yet about towards Tree or Cat, although that will be an eventuality that they have to keep in mind.
Exactly, and for Sonder, even though her dash is down, I think Shopify will be fairly okay with the trades that just went down towards A main. Katsumi already using that paranoia, so a lot of that stopping power has been taken out. Breaking this trip towards mid applies that sort of B mid pressure. The spike is on the back, and Mel, she's under so much pressure. She's all alone. 2 trips, though, already up.
And she's isolated one. Flatfall going down is great. It gives her a little bit of time, a little bit of a moment to think. Support on the way, and Bob is there. Laurie falls. And now KP trying to wrap back around towards side, try and clear back out, but there's so many players here now. The support system is perfect. You never fight alone, it feels like, if you're on Cloud9, and now just Sonder. And it was a Bucky. That's a weapon name I haven't had to say in a hot minute, but they're giving it a down. Do you see those potential win conditions for them here? Now, maps they're going to lose out on, right? Coming in from the lowers, they don't get the map advantage by any means. Is there players to look at? Is there set pieces to look at? What do I need to be looking out for when it comes to this side?
Yeah, you know, I think the start of this game kind of showcased exactly what I want to see from Shopify, not shying away from those aggressive plays. You know, that Bucky buy from Sonder, although she didn't, you know, get any kills out of it, it was a fair investment going into the round. That sort of early round aggression, so early on into the first map of a best of 5 series, you kind of test your luck. You catch and see, are these ladies on Cloud9 sleeping?
There is one thing as well that seeing Benita I have to talk about as well, is because this is all now leading in towards Berlin, right? That's the eventual goal. These are the 2 North American representatives that we get to enjoy the aspect of going ahead, but they have to face down the likes of G2, Guild. These are also opponents that you
gotta make G2 and EMEA earn that sort of rivalry. But if I'm Mel, I'm thinking, yeah, we're gonna go stomp on EU a little bit, as business as usual, you know? Nothing's changed, Lauren.
All right, relax. I don't know, man. I remember Zaz and Giuliano doing some work to C9, and it was just CLG Red, I think it was. Oh, I don't know. But for now, we do look at 3-0. First big buy coming out here. Now, ult economy-wise, nothing massive to write home about. Laurie close, KP close. So those 2 could be, well, Laurie's is super influential if they decide to invest towards that. Look and see if that comes in. For now, pressure towards all 3. And yeah, they still have to break this. So dealing with that swiftly, but the slow gets invested. And again, buying pressure seconds, rotations en route.
Yeah, they do finally have an answer for the wall, and we're looking like very similar to the pistol, except this time around, Sonder is with the pack, and we've got Benita on that late lurk towards A main. Spike is on the back.
So good, though. They pulled the rotation perfectly, just breaking that wall, calls the players to attention, but Mel once again succeeding. Finding Flowerful, isolating one, keeping space for the retake, locking them in on the side. I'm looking at that flank with Benita eventually. That has to be massive. There has to be value to this. Let's see if Benny can actually do this, though. You got two players in front of the timing's just right. Gonna get... Oh, no! It's a tragedy. That could have been so influential. And now you're sweating on the site. You got Laurie and Sonder has to almost over-aggress. Had to get two here. And Laurie now tugged to the back by Boathouse. This feels impossible. And Mel makes it so. And the composure on Mel. The statisticians in the back here working hard here on the Mel stats already. Has 3 first kills on Cypher already. Happy to bear the brunt of that first pick. What, 2 4Ks already? This is... I think she's currently on 10-1, if I'm not mistaken. So again, already huge performance from me to go for potentially the next round. KP's there as well.
Oh, the timing, the knife caught Jazzykin. She wasn't able to break that wall, or bring it down rather, so the fight is almost open now.
Jazzy still good for it. Lovely trade. And as it stands, though, I want to see how this post plan looks. I like the fact they've still got a little bit of B main control. They've been kind of locked on the site. There's with Hunter's Fury and Bob. Just shooting fish in a barrel or maybe boathouse. But Alexis dices them up. This is so clinical. They're so aware of the crossfires they'd want to be holding. Now Benita again still standing. Lovely claim onto one. Really snappy, but Laurie again not be able to do much more. But not bad for a half buy. Spike plant, couple of kills. But the one thing I will say, Potter, is, you know, normally when we talk about, you know, if you're looking at Silver Lining, once again, Mel deeper over towards that A site, considering that Laurie does have that ult ready to go, and mid control once again won early by Shopify Rebellion.
A lot of control, good information for Bob. The shock dart, it should... Oh, that's gonna do some damage. Laurie, oh, just barely dodging it. But this is great information for Cloud9. They're completely fine with Shopify having this sort of mid-control, but those 3 ultimates that you talked about, Lauren, this is exactly why Shopify changed up their composition and brought the Jet into this. They want the Space Maker, they want to apply the pressure, and they need to capitalize off these ultimates.
You can just see Cloud9's discipline, though, starting to hit. They are sitting deep. They're not over-peaking. Bob taking a little bit of contact towards top middle, but no one overextending. No one playing too deep, not giving Sonder any of those options that they desperately do want. Now, with Sonder sitting a little bit more posted up deep towards market, they can start exploring the rest of the map. They've held the extremities, and now they're going on a search mission up towards tree. Knife invested, no noting of players. Again, this deep hole is something to be looked at, but it's Sonder to finally isolate Bob. Look at the follow-up, going to potentially note 2 players on stairs there, but it is going to be this crunch towards A. Mel had been noted, that'll be considered. That should be a free clear, and it is. Great trade for Alexis, though. Not letting that go I guess punished at this point. 13 seconds now. Trying to get to the problematic end of this. Left. 10 more seconds. Nothing to deny the spike. We're in the post plant.
Kasumi's got paranoia, and both of her teammates are in prime position right now. There it is. Smoke's gonna go off towards A main, and this retake is in action.
It is that late lurk on Cat. Should be everything. This should be teed up for Flowerful to get potentially 2. A quick trade for Jazzy, but now it is all on Katsumi. Not gonna happen. Flower
for that mid information. She finds the pick, and not only that, but they were able to burn Jazzykin's utility. You saw the wall go out and both slows. So that sort of utility was a nice spell to give Shopify that go button to take over that A site.
Trying to pressure mid again, but Bob this time stands, delivers. They're not moving. Oh, another shot. Almost so close. That Prowler's soaking up all the damage at this point, and KP is in so much danger. Mel's even cut off the reinforcements. There's no one on the way.
Oh, the tag
KP,
as well.
Oh, man. KP's just got to get out of there. And the audacity to double dip.
Yeah, Benita was able to drop down this smoke, allowing KP to try to find something else. Spike on her back, man. She's got to do so much. Haunt will go down, but it finds just Jazzykins. And you know, Lauren.
30 seconds left.
It just upsets me, because the problem is the more people see this, the more I will eventually die to it in my games. And there it is. So, not unfortunate, not really much that Benny can do than face the music. He'll get every single game. It is just solid as a rock. But as it stands, we are on classics and the sheriff, odds and ends, bits and pieces. So Bob is just going to be having a wonderful time.
Yeah, it never feels good to win a round and lose the round right after, getting your money in the bin, completely reset for Shopify. The knives are out for Sonder though, but Alexis has been doing such a good job just controlling this tree area, not allowing Shopify to have this control until much later in the round. But as I say that, Sonder's going to go sniffing a little deeper. Oh, and she finds it.
Okay, and they got the pick as well. Keep in mind that Flowerful with the Tour de Force was the one to claim a shot through as well. So at this point, Spike going to go down. There's still a player on the site, unable to clear Cat. Sonder gets punished for it. But the plant's in and no one expects the swing. Couldn't quite adjust well enough for it. Ori's got that shot. Flash towards the top of site, but no one cresting out from heaven just yet. Jazzykins, Mel, and Bob trying to find that pathway through. Flowerful is still holding this angle. It's going to take a little bit of a step out to try and make them fall off this one. And they're not going to. Still standing. And the fight's good enough for the trade. Bob, though, a 1v2, not going to be easy here. Hard to kind of pry these positions open, and a lovely flash. Applying some precious seconds, and they've made something out of nothing, and Bob is doing it again. This is 3 kills. And surely not. Tap on the spike in the deeper angle. A valid attempt from Bob, but it goes
online.
And there's the pop. Straight in towards B. This time Mel was here, so...
Okay.
Oh, come on,
All right.
Mel. How are you doing this?
Nice shot.
Yeah, great shot, Mel. Oh, and the follow-up insult to injury! Gets their own double as well. Just posting that final Hunter's Fury towards the site. Sonder, 26 HP in a dream. Benny just trying to get towards the site. Spike going to be going down, but man, this is brutal. A 2v3. Can they get a kill here? Quickly, Mel is on the case though, dipping on the side, and Benny's gone down, deleted. It's sharp as all hell. Hear me up here, but as noted, both of the successes thus far for Shopify Rebellion have been leaning towards that A site. Mel is just, you know, the guardian, the gatekeeper. No one gets in. It's just obscene, but all that said and done, Bob will be on red alert now. And even more so with that Prowler coming in. That does get handled for them, so gets to slip away towards the site. Wall goes up. Now, where do they look before, you know, heading anywhere else? This is all starting to get a little bit worrying because they only have those sheriffs. A bit of utility to play, but Sonder seconds. And there's no easy picks. There's no one overextending. And they're making Shopify Rebellion work for their dinner. Now, Cat's in a bit of danger. Maybe the call was a little upset that they lost control by Tree.
So far.
Oh no, can he even make it to
I don't
this time?
think so.
10 seconds?
But the Nike's on.
Let's see. Oh, the shots are coming out. I'm just curious if that spike's going to make it on site. 3 seconds. I don't think they have time. Yeah, all the damage in the world won't matter.
Key. At least those rounds have looked closer.
Yeah, I feel like going through the protocol list of trying to deal with the wall towards, you know, Tree and the high and low again.
Just trying to find the trips. So much paranoia coming through.
They've been conditioned to, as Mel starts to hit the rotate as well, but highly aware that this could still be a fake, could still be a lurk, and that's the punish that Sonder was waiting for. Now with the Nightfall coming through, the senses on the site are somewhat dulled, but Jazzy gonna fall away from this slightly. Slow goes in, doesn't completely fall off this though in the re-swing, gets punished by Laurie, and this could be the first time we see success, but Mel is still here, and Mel finally taken down. Sonder on a heater this round.
The timing for Mel there, so unfortunate. Bob the sniper with the operator in her hand. Saw
Camera's rolling, let's see.
she
Attack.
hit him. As well, that's how she's finding those sorts of timings, is the information coming across from her teammates, allowing her to just kind of dip in. And Sonder knives out once again. We'll see if she is able to find another opening for her squad.
Jazzy forced to respect that though. The Prowler forcing them away from Market as well, getting noted on the horn earlier on, and Sonder takes all that space. Knife not going to be as effective as desired, but it certainly will be telling. Sonder respecting that enough to fall away a little bit deeper towards middle and maybe look to re-explore towards Tree. They're trying to manipulate C9 White here, and not a bad shout. This time around it will be Mel towards A though, so again we're seeing those switch ups here, that variety coming in. Noting 1, 2, 3 players, huge information, big paranoia, and now slightly divided. You can see Cat trying to get the punish on this one, but it's Laurie on the side. Mel towards Hell, and so gonna find Laurie. Looks towards main, but it's been dealt with by Alexis, and the crossfire, the push, the pull, perfect, but Benny is still alive. Still punished until then. Jazzykins now up on towards Heaven. And Flowerful, the last one alive in a 1v3, unlikely, but not impossible. Gets the first and 35 seconds. Spike on the side.
I would agree with you, Lauren, but when we're talking about Cloud9, they've showcased that they are so damn good at being able to slow things down. So again, it's right in the wheelhouse of Cypher, being able to gather that sort of info, but more importantly, deny info, right? Those cages, those trips, you're able to control a lot of those extremities, either B main or A main. So that, again, in turn, is pressure for Shopify. As I say that, all 4 members, their group, they're already in the A site.
Absolutely are. Benny's in a whole lot of danger. If Benny
What
can
a
stay
shot.
alive, that would be so surprising. But Cat on the follow-up as well. It's so swift. 2 quick kills. The spike can be planted pretty much uncontested. Laurie already warded away by that cam noting the player. And it's starting to look a little rough around the edges. Still a bit of utility on KP, so they could potentially work something in towards this with the Horn or maybe the Seas, but they still need the opportunity to shut it down. And Cloud9 are just so active in this post part as well. No easy way in. Ori's going to find Jazzy. Okay, and there's going to be a nice little reveal towards Cat, so that could give them the gateway forward.
The jumping classics, though, are proving to be quite the issue. Laurie's got to be good for it. She is. Oh my god, so much damage, but 2v2.
It's not over yet. Mel being the ultimate rat. This is rat behavior. No.
Good at sticking together and making sure all the gaps are covered. And yep, there it is. Just the backup plan. They're so close-knit together.
Yeah, it's so hard to do any mad damage when they're just playing as a pat, right? What are you meant to do with this? Spike gonna go down.
Spike planted.
No headhunter for Flowerful either, so it is purely the classics Jazzy. The ones become the Rat King this time. In the corner. And this is, yeah, not gonna be very likely. The percentage chance is exceedingly low. So chip damage not really enough to warrant any talking points. This is just a formality, and it will be.
That's an early drone. Sonda's already.
Sonda is in a world of trouble. Yeah, just completely collapsed on. That's Sonda gone early. Laurie, though, big trade. Gonna find Mel and cut off the support system coming in through by Trilo. Worried about this. Benny, a rabid attempt, but it didn't really work much.
If Cloud9 just kind of bide their time just a little bit more, the paranoia is starting to set in, and this Omen ult's not going to help things for
30
Shopify.
seconds left.
KP's noted a pretty telling amount of presence, so they are going to pull the player back over here. Lex is trying to clear down by Wine. Spots no one, so
away.
look at the underhand flash here. The Seas is great, actually going to claim 2. There's the flash, and no swing. The slow kind of denied the swing at this point. That could have been devastating on the other side, and the cross gets punished. Great work from Shopify Rebellion. It ain't out of the woods just yet, though. Cloud9 still have a player on the lurk. The spike is down, but I don't think they can get here in time. I'm not sure. Let's see what Bob can do. The shock dart not going to find it. The defuse is coming in. It's knife's edge now. No mistakes can happen. Sonda being teed up with a whole lot of information, but a quick cat lean coming in. 3 players leading that way. Knife will note pretty much all of this presence, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, absolutely. You can see at least 2 of them marked there, probably 3. Mid pressure from Mel.
Saunders got so much information as well. Mel does find the one, but she's got 2 players hot on her heels.
There's no way Mel gets out of this alive. No, absolutely cold down where they stand, and you noted it earlier, those 2 players. We've just seen one of them. This is the second.
This timing.
Sonda,
Oh no!
Bob's middle. So now it leaves just the 2 towards A. They're already dicing them up, and Bob again. So sharp today. And Jazzy gonna crack open the side. Benny down and out, and it's just Flowerful in a 1v4. And Cloud9, wherever they go, success seems to follow. Plants good, nothing to deny, and the chip 12 coming in soon.
In full dominance right now.
Yeah, large and in charge. Sonda, though, trying to start things off well for Shopify Rebellion. They need it to. And as Fury, sent. Gonna catch one. Actually, maybe a tag on. No, they didn't even tag Sonda of all players. I thought it was gonna be Sonda who was in danger there, but it was actually Flowerful who got the whole load of damage. And here comes the wall up and over, or at least being thought about for a second or 2, but they're not backing away from this. Hell bent on going this way. Sonda again deals with that pressure from stairs. Noted. As Powerful trying to just keep the cards close to the chest here.
Very committed right now, Cloud. T spawn. We don't have A main. So they're committing.
Flowerful's in danger now. Has to commit on it and loses out. So that's the first step achieved for CLOUD9.
Oh,
and the
okay.
follow-up on Sonder. And KP will be sweating bullets here. But it's, they back away. It's on Benny.
The sound
Benny can
cue?
hear this. Yes.
Anita?
Yeah. Benny just heard it. And it's a Bucky. And with a Bucky needs to do so much damage. Only one. But the follow-up from Laurie is godsend. But with 13 seconds, you have to just sprint. You can't slow down. Mel is trying to make it towards the site here as best they...
Once again, in a Spectre. This is a change of pace. Very fast.
It's going straight in, and Benny again. This time it finds so much more value as well. Laurie's going to claim the follow-up, but damage done. Job achieved. There's only 3 on their feet for now. Maybe the res towards Alexis gets them back up to 4. Plenty of util and Katsumi, but it's got to go down. Sonder from up above, but now pretty much just Jazzykins gonna... We got a hero rifle on Katsumi, and that's it. But maybe the hero they need, that's an operator lost now. No, the hero cat standing up to the challenge already. 2 huge picks found. Laurie and Sonic be kicking themselves, and Bob opens up the B site. It's on Flowerful, and that Aldrin's gonna spot them. They have to fall away towards CT, dips out, and oh dear, it's falling to pieces right in front of their eyes. Flowerful and Benita, the last 2 alive, make it just 1, and Flowerful was seen earlier, and a tragedy in motion. The Shopify rebellion side after what was such a good